To my mind, this is the philosophy behind it. So first, I will start one case which was decided in 2014 by Honorable Supreme Court, Dharmodev Yadav versus State of Uttar Pradesh, in which a New Zealander lady, Diana, of 22 years, came to India, and from Varanasi she was to go to Darjeeling, but she was found missing there. When her father came to know that she is missing, he wrote a letter and came to India. In short, he found that she was murdered by Dharmodev Yadav, who was a local guide over there. And she was buried in the room of his house. The DNA test was done and Dharmodev was given the death sentence. When the matter came up before the Supreme Court, they said, that observance is very important. The criminal justice system in India is on crossroads. Many times, the hardened criminals go scot-free due to the reason that the witnesses turn hostile, or they are maneuvered, or there are several hosts of reasons which were there which contribute to the acquittal. And moreover, the necessary to give the electronic system, then the DNA, there's a forensic teams, forensic science, everywhere in the case. So, after that, I would like to trace in very short the history of the criminal law. The first, when the Criminal Procedure Code was enacted was in 1861, after the IPC was coined in 1860, immediately thereafter. And thereafter, 16 statutes were there which have been passed since 1882. After that, changing it to the various needs of the, and in the end, in 1973, based on the 41st report of 5th Law Commission, it was changed and was made effective from 1st of April 74. That is the act on the Criminal Procedure Code to which we are dealing these days. And it was also amended in 2013 by the Criminal Law Amendment Act. Now, if we see that it has been going on changing from time to time. It was not static. No, this is evolution, which has changed with the time. And sometimes the change is required by the interpretation of the judge-made law. And for that, we are to take the lead. It is you and the legal fraternity which can keep it changing, keep it with the growing with the time. There is one authority, if you remember, State of Maharashtra versus Dr. Pakul B. Desai. This is a case in which long back, when there was no provision with regard to the video conferencing, that for the first time in the 80s, application was moved to the Court of Bombay that he want to examine the doctor from USA, New York, that through video conference. It was objected that in the provision which is there in 237, it must be in the presence of the accused, or if his presence is dispensed with in the presence of the advocate. That was interpreted by the Supreme Court in 2003. Okay, no, this is very important. And the application on any day, the language of the Act, though necessarily embedded in home time, is never, it is a virtual reality. Video conferencing is a virtual reality. And apart from it, there is another case which was referred to in this. I preferred it that I should discuss it with you because this will hold good even for the Bharatiya Nagrik Surakshha, which has yet to come into force. What they have said, it is National Textile Workers Union versus T.V.R. Ramakrishna, 1983, 1 SCC 228. Justice Bhagwati has said that we cannot allow the dead hand of the past to stifle the growth of the living talent. They have given a very good example of the bark of the tree. If the bark of the tree is choking the growth of the tree, there can be two situations. Either the tree will dry, it will also go with the bark, or if it is strong, it will shed the bark and come with the new. So that is the evolution. And this is required even for the, I think, for the new law. Because now, the scenario which is today of the science has been kept in mind while drafting. But tomorrow, if some new scientific schemes are there, if the new things are there to respond to the needs of changing society, then it will stifle the growth of the society and choke its progress, or if the society is vigorous enough, it will cast away the law which stand the way of its growth. Law must therefore constantly be on the move, adapting itself to the fast-changing society and not lag behind. So this is very important. Now, coming back to the star highlights and the objective and scope of the BNSS, it is improving the efficiency of the criminal justice system. Secondly, strengthening and balancing the rights of the accused and the victim and the complainant. Earlier, if you will be agreeing with me, the victim was given the rear seat. It was not at the driving wheel. But now, attempt has been made to bring him from the rear seat in the front seat. Because we will be discussing in due course of sessions that how the victim rights have been considered. Then, consolidating and simplifying the. This is also, which has been kept in mind, and that is why the sections which were there, as has been also said by the system, the 484 have been converted into 531 in CRP. Then the major changes which are there, they are bringing the matters with arrest, bail, then summoning of the accused and records through electronic media, then proper and expeditious conduct of investigation and trials, then fixing the timeline for bringing it very expeditiously. Then giving recognition to the forensic evidence in investigation of the cases which are punishable with 7 years or more. But this does not prohibit that the cases which are punishable with less than the punishment of 7 years, they can't be investigated with the forensic means. What is there? They have been made compulsorily that this forensic evidence will be there in those cases. Then, to achieve the object of paperless court, you might have read that now the challan can be presented in e-copy, electronic media. And similarly, the electronic communication method can be there for summoning the witnesses. And audio-video electronic evidence can also be taken into account. When we see the amendments which have been carried out with regard to the involving these evidences, what are there, we will see. And then the star highlights of Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita, that is, emphasis has been there, the same trials, inquiries and proceedings can be held in electronic mode. Investigation can also be allowed by electronic means containing digital evidence. And the most important, earlier a person was to be arrested for collecting some evidence from him, not witness. It will not be hit by the Constitution. It will not be becoming a witness against himself, providing an evidence. So he was to be arrested. Now, all these handwriting and then other impressions, collection of blood, etc., can be without arrest even. They can be taken from the accused or other person if he is suspect in order to investigate. So now coming to some of the important provisions which have been changed or have been entered by modification of totally new. Now, deleted provisions of the CRPC, first we will deal with that. What are the deleted provisions of the CRPC? From definitions, India Section 2F has been. Can you tell me what both these definitions have also been deleted? So these are the definitions which have been deleted.